course I can spoil House for you. This is one of the trippiest, most bizarre horror movies ever made. If you want to feel like you're tripping balls, watch this movie. House full spoilers, here we go. The movie starts off with a young girl named Gorgeous who lives in Tokyo. Her widowed father announces that he's found a new woman and Gorgeous doesn't like that. She writes a letter to her aunt that she hasn't seen in a while and her aunt tells her that she can come visit for the summer. Gorgeous invites 6 of her friends, the first one being Prof, who is highly academic, Melody, who's a musical genius, Kung Fu, who can kick some ass, Mac, who has a really big appetite, Sweet, who is sweet, and Fantasy, who is a daydreamer. The friends arrive at the aunt's house. The aunt is giving rich aunt vibes and she has a cat and is in a wheelchair. We learn that when the aunt was younger, she had been waiting for her fiance to return from World War II before she learned that he passed away, but still waits for him to this day. The girls bring her a watermelon and try to put it in her fridge. She does not want them going in her fridge and tells them to take it outside in the well to use it as a natural refrigerator. But when Mac tries to retrieve the watermelon later, she disappears and does not return. Fantasy goes to retrieve the watermelon from the well, and then when she gets it out, she realizes she's holding Mac's noggin and it starts floating in the air and bites Fantasy in the bum bum. Fantasy goes to tell the other girls what happened, but they think she's crazy. But then they all start encountering supernatural traps throughout the house. The aunt begins eating the watermelon and you can see an eye in her mouth. And the watermelon starts tweaking out and screaming as if Mac's inside of it. And Auntie starts walking around and tells the girl she has more energy now. The aunt disappears after entering the broken refrigerator and the girls all start getting attacked throughout the house. Gorgeous becomes possessed while using her aunt's mirror, and Sweet disappears after being attacked by a mattress. Gorgeous finally escapes the house through a door, but the other girls get locked in. Melody begins playing the piano, but the piano literally eats her, and her fingers are seen flying around. Gorgeous is found upstairs wearing a bridal gown and reveals her aunt's diary to them. Sweet's body is found trapped in a grandfather clock as red liquid pours out of it. As Fantasy and Kung Fu are about to read the aunt's diary, a giant-sized noggin of Gorgeous pops out of nowhere and reveals that her aunt actually passed away many years ago while waiting for her fiance to return from World War II. However, the aunt's spirit remains, which allows her to take physical form and enjoys fine dining on unmarried girls who arrive at her home. Prof yells at Kung Fu to attack the aunt's evil cat, but when Kung Fu tries to, she gets possessed by a light fixture. Kung Fu accidentally kicks a painting of the cat on the wall, which leads to the cat actually becoming unalived. The portrait of the cat aggressively starts shooting out red liquid and floods the room. The girl named Prof dissolves into the liquid, and then Fantasy sees Gorgeous in a bridal gown and paddles towards her. Gorgeous then appears as her aunt, but as she grabs Fantasy's hand, she turns into herself and cradles her. In the morning, Gorgeous's dad's new wife comes to the house to check on her. The wife asks Gorgeous where her friends are, and Gorgeous tells her that her friends will wake up soon when they're hungry. They then shake hands, and the wife ignites and turns into nothing. The end.